Hi, welcome. It's Meredith. I'm here with our message for Tuesday, the 26th of January, 2021. We are using Tarot of the Divine for our message today. Our cards from the bottom of the deck. This is all about the energy atmosphere. What's flowing through it? What are we encountering? Our first card is the Ten of Swords. I know, this is one of those somewhat challenging cards. I feel though there's a whole lot of liberation and freedom on the Ten of Swords, and its traditional meaning in tarot is all about the fallen master. The master is gone as far as he or she can, and now they must move on to a whole new phase of life experience. And the Ten of Swords is usually 10 swords in the back of somebody pinned to the ground. It looks kind of grim, looks kind of dire. How do you walk on from that? How do you move forward? You know, you take your self-mastery and you set yourself free of those swords. And oftentimes it's the way we've been thinking, feeling, and being as part of a belief system or some sort of early life programming, and it can be difficult to set ourselves free from that kind of energy because we've become so comfortable with it we don't even know we're living with it until we have some contrast, some enlightenment that gives us a whole different perspective. And you know, in yesterday's reading we had the Four of Coins, the Four of Pentacles, and the message there was about, I think we also had the Communicate Clearly card with Angel Answers. So there was a message about speaking our truth and doing it bluntly if necessary. And I feel that some of that energy is here in our Ten of Swords. So let's say we've had a conversation, a communication with someone who's provided enlightenment, contrast, and we are now having a completely different perspective, and we're turning our self-mastery in a new direction. We're understanding that, hey, this was a program that I adhered to. This was a belief system that was really comfortable. Now I have a whole different perspective, and I want to explore this. That's how a master moves on. There's no judgment for the belief system or the programming. It's just simple understanding that when we gain new insights, when we listen to our intuition, you know, we had the Eight of Wands and we had the High Priestess in yesterday's reading as well. So you know we're getting intuitive, psychic, channeled downloads. So that's also enlightenment, giving more perspective. And when that comes in, it usually inspires greater discovery. So here we are doing just that. That's what a master does. They've reached a crossroads, and they just decide to move on in a different direction for greater education, for deeper edification of what we already know, expand on it. That's what I'm feeling in our 10. And coming with it, look at that. Ace of Cups. Perfection right there. We all love the Ace of Cups. We all know that this card has been showing up consistently for many weeks, blessing us with divine overflow of love, bliss, joy, and happiness. And so we have this, you know, our tank is full, our cup is full, and it's not only full, it's overflowing, and it's from that overflow that we are sharing, connecting, communing with others. So we have this Ten of Swords to share. That takes a bit of the discomfort out of that card, doesn't it? When we can speak on the experiences, some of them being very challenging, but speak on them in an unconditionally loving sort of way, in an overflow atmosphere, we're certainly garnering our gains there, and we're creating more flow, more overflow even, by sharing it with others. We had the Six of Coins, I think, too, which is generosity, reciprocity, and I feel like these two cards are evidence of that happening. We are connecting with people who reciprocate, and isn't it beautiful? Isn't it fulfilling? And isn't it refreshing? Yeah. Next we have the Five of Cups. And there's another card that comes with a bit of a sting in tarot. It does speak to emotional pain, loss, and sorrow. I, however, feel that this card is... it's having reverence for the things that have challenged us the most. Because out of those most challenging life experiences, we have gained the most amount of growth, haven't we? And that's why this Ten of Swords is really a card to be embraced, not avoided. Because the most challenging situations in life that have given us the most growth have created self-mastery. And what does that create but a divine overflow of loving, blissful, connected, engaging, inspiring energy, Ace of Cups. So let's go a little deeper on that Five of Cups. Fives in tarot, you know, are unstable. And that's their gift. They invite stability. Now, in yesterday's reading, we had a ton of stability with fours and the Eight of Wands, right? So there we applied our mastery. We began to let go of something we've been hanging on to. And that may have destabilized us a bit today on the Five of Cups. And we may have some sort of... it's like a bell got struck and it's still ringing for us today from yesterday's message. And that's great because it's giving us the opportunity to take a look at what could be emotionally holding us back and destabilizing our foundation. And in the consideration of that, we then turn to adding the Ace of Cups to the Five of Cups, making the Six of Cups, which creates nostalgia, an opportunity for hindsight, and the Six of Cups is the soulmate card, and this is about you being your own best soulmate. Again, what a master would do. The other thing we want to pay attention to on the Five of Cups is that we have 3 turned over cups. You can see them right there. And 2 upright cups, which connects us to the Two of Cups, which is divine union within self of divine masculine, divine feminine. And it is divine union with whatever it is we are putting our heart and soul, love, light onto in terms of creative projects and inspirations, how we are of service, and then most especially how we are in relationship with others. And, you know, out of yesterday's message, if we're gonna talk about soulmate energy here by adding the Ace to the 5 and creating the 6, out of yesterday's message, speaking on the reciprocity type of energy, we may have moments here with our Five of Cups in that destabilized way where we felt we had to completely go it alone, and now we have an understanding that we don't. The universe is absolutely on our side. We have our self-mastery tucked right into our back pocket. We're moving forward with it. And I feel we're having reverence for these most challenging, growth-inspiring life experiences. And we're going to pick these 2 cups up and move on with stronger bonds, with greater connection, with strengthened relationships. So that's the 5 and the 10 are here for celebration, and they're here for a pat on the back, a job well done. And the Ace of Cups is the divine surprise and delight that comes our way from being the masters that we are. Oh, gosh, do we even need to go on? Because that was powerful. But we shuffled out the cards, so here we go. 2 of Wands. Yeah, we're definitely moving on. This is a portal card. It's a gateway threshold card. And it's coming into a whole new realm of self-discovery. Again, so connected to that 10 of Swords. And bringing the mastery forward, moving on. And I also feel spiritual efficiency. That's what I'm hearing. We're being so efficient about how we're moving on. And it feels good. It feels clean. It feels... there are no tangles. There are no energetic tangles, I guess, I'm feeling. And then we have the Moon. There's perspective. Just talking about perspective. Off that 10 of Swords, we have some contrast, we have some insights, and now we have a new perspective. The Moon gives us a different kind of light.
The sun brings us brilliant clarity, and sometimes in the brilliance of the sun, our vision is obscured. It's so bright. The future's so bright we gotta wear shades, right? It's so bright we can't see everything. We can go sunblind, right? But the moon has a completely different glow. It's borrowed light of the sun, and it casts a whole different hue, and we're able to see. And this connects us also to our intuition. The moon is all about our intuition and our emotional intelligence. You know, and that showed up in yesterday's reading as well. So we're going through this portal in the light of the moon. We're able to look at the contrast and make a new choice to move forward through that gateway threshold on the two. Next we have, look at this, the Hanged Man, enlightenment, right? We've got that for sure. And also a pause in the action, and then the Eight of Coins, which is doing the work of our soul. So we wisely pause. We're not rushing through this portal of greater self-discovery. We're actually going to pause in the action and take stock of what's before us, because we have all this divine overflow, all this masterful experience to bring with us. We are in reverence for our challenges, gratitude and appreciation here. We are feeling strong within self-relationship and really strong, free, and liberated within all of our other relationships. So coming through this gateway portal on the Two of Wands to a new realm of self-discovery is a deep engagement in our intuition and our inner vision that we hold in heart space for our life and how it unfolds. And we are in receiving for even greater enlightenment off the Hanged Man, because this is doing the work of our soul. This is how we move forward. There's nothing impetuous here. There's nothing that needs to be rushed through or to. We feel comfortable in taking a relaxed pace. You know, we had the Four of Swords yesterday too. That's rest, relaxation for the spiritual warrior, and also a preparation card. So we are preparing for even greater work within our own soul experience. Let's see where that's going. Into the Queen of Wands with the Four of Wands. How beautiful is that? I love the Queen of Wands. She's so feisty, sassy, fiery. She gets it done, this one. You know, she's in motion, she's passionate, creative, and she waits for nothing. She just takes action. So I love that we have the Hanged Man here, a pause in the action, because we're in deep consideration in a soulful way for what action we will take next. And we're not going to compromise. We're not going to negotiate. We're not going to be negotiated with, because we are following our blissful, soulful heart. Ace of Cups, like a master. And then, you know, we have the Four of Wands here at the end of the reading. Super stable foundation, and the happiest card in the minor suits of tarot. So here's the message of the Ace of Cups. Love, bliss, joy, happiness, right? On overflow as a divine and cosmic gift from the universe. And then here's the Four of Wands. This is being poured on our foundation. So anything that was unstable on that 5 has now become stabilized in the 4 by doing the work of our soul, by paying attention to the intuitive downloads we received out of yesterday's message, and traveling it through in today's message through the portal on the Two of Wands in the light of the moon, super intuition, in an enlightened way, knowing it's the work of our soul, and we're on it. We're lit up like this Queen of Wands, fiery, feisty, sassy. Yes, we're going for it, because this is a dream. This is the dream we've held in our heart. It is always in evolution, and it is always in development, our Four of Wands. And this is quite literally our dream come true as it evolves each moment in every single day. And what a great contribution of energy we have to the fulfillment of this in all these other cards. Beautiful. All right, angel answers. Let's do it. If you have a question, certainly ask it of the deck while I shuffle it. Let the cards confirm what we've already read here or something completely different for you. We have a timing card within the next few months,
And I don't take that as literal clock calendar time. I take that as this is a flow that we are in, and we will be in this flow for several months. A longer period of life experience. This kind of energy isn't going away, is a better way to put it. Look at this, perfect timing. Yeah. It's like a flower blossoming. You know, it happens in just the right season and in just the right condition. So we are in the right season and we are in the right conditions for this kind of development. Next. Repeat, remain positive. Definitely, you know, that's fuel. Our positive energy is fuel for what you see here. And then abundance. Yeah, that's confirmation of the Ace of Cups, that divine and cosmic gift that's on overflow for us from the divine. There's an abundance of that. All right, we are going to have an affirmation from the Spirit Junkie cards. I'm thinking of yesterday's reading again because we had the Communicate Clearly card. And now we have, I communicate with ease and grace. People are willing to embrace what I have to say. Yeah. Speaking from your heart and your soul, of course. Why wouldn't they? Thank you, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Blessings to you in the day. Peace, love, joy, happiness. Namaste. Thank you, as always, for tuning into the video. Bye for now.